Hi, this is Karen. I'm with inspiredbygram.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm making this really simple card using the Gilded Autumn Specialty Designer Series paper, which is on sale for the month of October 2020. So make sure you head over to my store and grab a pack or two. So it's a very simple card using minimal supplies, and let's get started. So I've got my kit right here. And we'll take it all apart. I am using Very Vanilla as my my lighter color shade here. So the card base here is Cajun Craze, and it's cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So I've got that all ready for you. The next step is to take that Gilded Autumn Specialty Designer Series paper, and that's a mouthful, but it is gorgeous. We're going to take our Stampin seal, and we're going to add this right to the base of that Early Espresso, and the Early Espresso is cut 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and the Designer Series paper is cut 3 by 4, so I'm maximizing the paper that is in that pack so I can make multiple cards with a 3 by 4 measurement. So that's a measurement I highly suggest that you give a try. All right, so now I've just added some dimensionals to the back of this panel here. Our stamping is going to be on Very Vanilla and a 2 1/4 inch circle punch, which I've already punched out. I'm using Early Espresso ink, and the sentiment comes from Massive Thanks. So this is a really fun thank you stamp set. It's a cling stamp set. I am going to be using, it isn't just a thank you card, it's a hug with a fold in the middle. So that's like super fun, and I think we all kind of need a hug these days. All right, so I'm gonna stamp down right in the center with the Early Espresso ink, right on that 2 1/4 inch circle. This also is a really fun card to mass produce. And we're gonna just stamp, it's a hug with a fold in the middle, right in the middle there. And we're gonna call it good. So we can take this panel here, which is 4 by 5 1/4, Very Vanilla, and we'll add it to the inside of the card with a 1/4 inch border on all 4 sides. Simple, simple. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to make sure our paper is going the correct direction, which it is. I'm going to take some metallic ribbon here. This is all I have left on this spool. But what I like to do is I like to remove the backings from the dimensionals. And these are just small pieces that I cut off the edges. We don't want to throw those away because those work just as well as the circle ones. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around the back side so that it is flat. I'm going to add this right to the front of the card with the equal border on the top, bottom, left, and right. And then I'm just going to turn this right over this way so I can work with it a little bit easier. And this is the metallic ribbon. It's a combo pack. The item number is 153553. All right, so I'm just going to tie a nice little bow right there, and I'm going to bring in some scissors to cut this off. And then I'm just going to kind of fussy with that bow just to get it the right way. And I want that other loop there to be a little bit smaller, and this one a little bit smaller as well. So just fuss with it until you get it to the right size that you prefer. Okay, I'm not going to cut those tails yet because I want to make sure. I like to do that after I get the focal point on. So again, we're going to need some dimensionals here, and like I said before, I'm using the edges here. Once I get all the circles used up, I go to the edges and just cut pieces off. And I'm going to put one right in the middle there so it doesn't buckle. Give those a good press and peel off those backings there. That's kind of what takes the most time out of this card here, removing the backings. All right, so now we're just going to simply put this right on in the middle, make sure it's going straight, and give it a good press. Now what I can do is I'm going to trim down the tails of that ribbon, the metallic ribbon, Once I have that focal point on there, then that's when I like to cut down the ribbon there. So now if I wanted to secure this here, I can take your pick tool and add a glue dot right underneath that knot. So I'm just going to take a glue dot, roll it on the pointy edge of the take your pick tool, slide it underneath that knot, give it a press, and there we go. So now this is not going to move on your card, so it's going to stay put. For the envelope, what I would suggest you doing, because this stamp set here does not have any kind of image, you can also you could stamp thank you on it, that would be good. But what I did, I took the greenery embossing folder, that's a small one here, and I embossed the flap of my envelope. So that's a really nice presentation with this card. I felt it looked really nice on a very vanilla envelope. So there you have it. Here's the one I made here, one earlier, and I also have one that I made with the cinnamon cider ribbon as well. That's the in color ribbon. So all works really nice. So to order any of these products from my online store, you can visit me at inspiredbygram.com. Thanks for watching.